My queen.
Yes, Richter. What is it?
Forgive me, but what happened at the meeting with Reinhard?
Of course. Yes. The meeting. Where was I? Reinhard and his two captains had entered the room, and you and Father had begun the discussions. Right. Thank you, daughter. So, the meeting had started off on a bad note, with both sides throwing accusations and blame at one another. Your father left Reinhard in no doubt of how much he despised him. And after a series of almost deadly arguments, I was able to calm things down, at least for a time. Reinhard was a complicated man, caught in a bad situation. He had inherited the role of king when his father Maxime suffered a massive heart attack and died early into the war. Maxime had been the first to strike out at us when he wanted to push the border that divides our realms closer in and leaves us with less land. Naturally, we opposed this and made that known through envoys and gentle protest. But Maxime, being Maxime, took this for a sign of weakness and pushed the issue, thinking that he would simply roll over us without resistance. He was wrong, and we struck back. Suddenly, two of the oldest beings in the Earth's history were at war, and he wasn't prepared for it. He underestimated the cost, not only in lives, but also in the confidence he thought his people had in him. There were rumors that an attempt to overthrow him was planned, but his death made that unnecessary. Unless his people had decided that killing him was quicker, and just made it look like a heart attack got him. Yes, that's certainly possible, daughter. But if that was the plan, it wasn't a well thought out one. When a king or a queen dies, things can quickly fall into chaos. Everyone begins to think they know what's best, and that everyone else is wrong. Add to that the chaos of war, and you quickly understand how bad things can get. The werewolves were attacking each other just as much as they were fighting us. A power vacuum had been created by Maxime's death, and they all wanted it for themselves. Some wanted to take power to the end of the war, whilst others wanted to push the war further.
My queen, pardon me, but where was Reinhard during all of this?
Nobody knows. One minute he wasn't there, next minute he was. Again, rumors suggested that he had been overseas at his father's request, trying to extend the empire in Africa, Asia, and Oceania. And upon hearing of his father's death, he simply returned to take his rightful place. But other rumors said that some loyal to Maxime had gone in search of Reinhard and had to drag him back here, make him take the crown. Whichever version was true, your father and I had a new enemy king, and a whole new set of problems to deal with. It doesn't make any sense. What doesn't, daughter? If Maxime was looking to greatly extend his empire southwards, why start a war in the north for much smaller gains?
What do you mean, Mistress?
Isn't it obvious, Richter? Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Romania, Yugoslavia, France, Belgium, and parts of England and Ireland are ours.
Yes, I know that, Mistress.
Right. Norway is neutral and can't be touched. Sweden, Denmark, and Finland belong to the Dark Elves. And both South and North America are the free zones. We know this, and so would this King Maxime. It's not a secret. So, why start a fight for land that wouldn't even make a quarter of the combined landmass of 3 continents? Over 50 nations in Africa alone. Asia has the highest population of anywhere. And even now in the 21st century, there are still parts of Australia that haven't been fully mapped yet, because it is so big. Wolves are more known in those places, and have a much longer history there than us. There are countless legends of wolves in African and Asian folklore. That alone would have made it far easier for Maxime to get what he wanted from them, with less trouble, too. But instead, he picks a fight with us and ends up dying in a war that went on for nearly 200 years after his death. Like I said, it doesn't make sense. You're right, Constantia. It doesn't make sense at all. But I fear we'll never find out Maxime's thinking on that.
Please, my queen. Tell us more about what happened at the meeting.
Reinhard said that he wanted to work out a truce. He claimed that he no longer wanted the war to continue, and that we should all try to leave the hatred in the past and move forward. We didn't believe him, and told him so. We argued some more, but then Reinhard did something truly unexpected.